Hello students, this is Professor Kiran Poddar, Angadi Institute of Technology and Management, Belagavi. Today we'll discuss a continuation of continuous probability distribution, that is normal distribution. In a previous class we discussed exponential probability distribution and we solved examples on that. Today we'll discuss normal distribution. First we'll understand what is the meaning of normal distribution. Suppose the continuous probability distribution which is having the probability density function f of x, which is given like this. F of x is equal to 1 divided by sigma into square root of 2 pi into e raised to minus of x minus mu the whole square divided by 2 times sigma square, where that x lies between minus infinity to plus infinity and mu lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. What is the meaning of mu? Mu is nothing but mean. Means here if you consider the things, then what happens? Here it is 0 and this is minus infinity and this is minus infinity and this is plus infinity. So our x lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. And mu is nothing but mean. Mean will also lie between minus infinity to plus infinity if x lies between these two. Then sigma, all the time sigma is nothing but standard deviation. All the time the standard deviation will be positive. It cannot be negative. It will be more than 0. This is called as normal probability distribution. As per the rule, to say this normal probability distribution as a continuous probability distribution, it must satisfy two conditions. The first condition is function of x must be greater than or equal to 0. Means what? Whatever x we get, so for that we will be getting the value of f of x also. So for this value of x, whatever f of x we are getting, that must be positive, or worst part, that is equal to 0 is accepted. Means it should be positive or more than equal to 0. Then after that, after considering integration between minus infinity to plus infinity, substitute the value of f of x as this with respect to x. If you see this, the calculation means integration becomes very difficult. For that what we do, we substitute x minus mu divided by root 2 into sigma. Just try to understand what it is. In this you can see x minus mu the whole square divided by 2 times sigma square is there. Here without taking square, whatever we get, that you replace it by t. Without taking square means what? X minus mu whole square, will not take square, only we take x minus mu, divided by sigma square, will not consider sigma square, will consider only sigma. Then comes 2. When we are leaving square for this, then we have to take it as square root of 2 the square, then again it will be 2. So root 2 into sigma x minus mu, this will be taken as t. If this is t, then what is x? You send it to the other end, then it becomes root 2 into t sigma. This minus mu will go to the other end, it becomes plus mu. So x will be this and its derivative will be this. Therefore the t lies between minus infinity to plus infinity again. What we changed? We changed the variable x from x to t. Then after substituting this result in this, then we will be getting this. So we'll take constants out, that is 1 divided by sigma into root 2 pi, then integration of e raised to minus t square into square root of 2 sigma dt. Fine. Here you can see root 2 get cancels with this, sigma will also get cancelled with this. Then what remains? Integration between minus infinity to plus infinity, e raised to minus t square remains, and here root pi remains at the denominator. Therefore it comes like, we need its denominator, its lower limit must be 0. For that what to do? We can make the lower limit 0 by multiplying it by 2, that we know. Okay, means what? If this is from 0 to infinity minus infinity, and if from the distance from here to here, if I want to start from here to here, then I'll take this distance and I multiply it by 2. Fine. Then if you take, then as per beta gamma function that we have studied in previous semester, so as per this it will be square root of pi by 2. Substitute that value, then 2 by root pi get cancels with root pi by 2, that becomes 1. Therefore integration of f of x dx between minus infinity to plus infinity is equal to 0. Therefore both the conditions got satisfied. Then we say this f of x is probability density function. Then here we take one note. What it says: normal distribution can be derived as a limiting case of binomial. We already know Poisson distribution is a limiting case of binomial where probability of success is very less and the number of trials are very large. Then how it will be a particular case of binomial, whether this and Poisson are same or what, let us see. Normal distribution can be derived as a limiting case of binomial distribution when n is large, means condition is same for Poisson, but there in Poisson probability of success, that is p, is very very small. But here what he said, neither probability of success nor probability of failure is very small, means probability of success or failure are not in small numbers, they are not small in numbers, where trials are more but probability is still existing. Therefore f of x as n tends to infinity, p and q are having equal chance, that is 50-50, 1 by 2. This is the condition. Then as per mean standard deviation of this normal distribution, mean mu is equal to mu, variance v is nothing but sigma square, standard deviation is sigma. Then what is new thing in it? Because we already know mean mu is mu only, fine, and the variance is already taken as a v, or else we can take it as sigma square, and standard deviation is a square root of variance. Then we are getting the same thing, means what? The variance or a standard deviation of a normal distribution is equal to variance or a standard deviation of a given distribution. Means in general where we get mean, standard deviation, variance, no, so whatever we take, that will be the equation for normal, because you can see the word normal is nothing but that is general. Therefore general distribution and normal distributions are almost same here. Okay, then we need to understand few terms here, they are very important. Whenever we float this normal distribution with respect to f of x on a graph sheet, we will be getting a bell-shaped curve. We can see this bell-shaped curve. Okay, this curve will be symmetric about the line x equal to mu, means this line x equal to mu. This is called as normal probability curve, and you can see this is the bell-shaped. Neither this touches x here one end or other end also, it doesn't touches the x. We don't know where it goes, but it goes up to infinity, and this side it goes up to minus infinity. Fine. And whenever we calculate the area between minus infinity to plus infinity, the area under this bell-shaped curve is equal to 1 all the time. But the condition is what? It should be integrated between minus infinity to plus infinity. Wherever, I don't know where it is going to close this or touch this x-axis, but wherever it touches, from there, whenever we calculate the area under this bell-shaped curve, that will be equal to 1. Because of that, we say, if we treat this x equal to mu is the line, from here to right side or a left side, it will remain same, because total area is 1. Therefore half the portion will be 0.5 and this side it will be 0.5. This line divides this total area, which is 1, into two parts, half and half. Fine. Then here we need to keep one very important thing in mind. We all know probability of x between a to b will be taken like this. That is integration of f of x dx between a to b. We know this. And this is the condition of probability, normal probability. The value of f of x same, we are substituted. Then here we need to keep few things in mind. One is z, very important one, z. This is called as standardization, or even we call it as standard normal variate. So z is equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. X is a value given, mu is a mean, and sigma is standard deviation. Means whenever the things will transfer from x to z, in that both mean and standard deviation will play a role. Therefore, you can see this result. But this result calculation is not simple. That you keep it in a mind. Means we will be getting like this. F of pi of z is equal to this. See this integration only, no doubt, but it is not really possible to integrate literally. If you start integrating this, it becomes very, very difficult. Then what to do? Then how to get the results? For that, we are going to prefer normal distribution table. Normal distribution table is a table where we can get the results directly, which will represent the value of pi of z. Means we are not going to take real calculation of integration. We are going to refer normal distribution table. What this normal distribution table says, you can see here. This is called as normal distribution table. How to read this normal distribution table? Okay, z, the x value will be given. We are going to calculate, and you can see here this total normal distribution table provides the results for what? 1 divided by square root of 2 pi between integration between 0 to z e raised to minus z square by 2 dz. Fine. Means that is nothing but pi of z. Yes or no? That is nothing but pi of z. You can see here pi of z. Means when we want to calculate that value of pi of z, we need not go for integration. We have to follow this table. Then how to follow this table? How to read this table? You can see the vertical values and horizontal values. Vertical values and horizontal values we can see. Therefore, suppose if I want to calculate 0.5, then you can see where the 0.5 I am going to get. I am going to get 0.5 here. Therefore, 0.5 only if I want. This is the result. Okay, I'll write a few results here and I'll show you. Suppose if I want to calculate the value of pi of 0.5, then how to read? You can see this middle, this number, what it number says 0.5. Means what? This is 0.500. Fine. Therefore, how to read? We need to read this as vertically 0.5. Then horizontally again you can see 0, because it is 0.500. So 1915 means 0.1915 will be the answer for this. 0.1915 will be the answer. And do you know how we got this result? This result will be a calculation of 1 divided by square root of 2 pi integration between 0 to z e raised to minus z square by 2 with respect to z. Got my point? So where z is equal to 0.5. If you substitute wherever z is there 0.5, and if you calculate, then we will be getting. Is it not easy to refer a table? If you refer a table, we will get a values directly. Fine. Then I will take one more number for our reference. If I want to calculate 1.432, how to calculate 1.432? You can see here 1.43 round off. I'll take 1.430. Then you can see here 1 point. This has to be what? 1.4. So where I'll be getting 1.4? Here it is not possible. Here I am getting 1.4. Okay. After that 1.4, what is there? 30 means 30. Okay. So 30, where I'll be getting? How to get 30? This 30 means, see, this 1.430 is nothing but first 1.4. Then after that it will be added 30. Okay. 30 is nothing but what? 0.030 means it is 1.4 plus 0.030, then it will be 1.430. Fine. Therefore 1.4 here, then here it should be 0.03. Okay, so if you go through this line and this, then you will be getting 0.4236, means you go through horizontal and vertical to that, where it meets that value 4236. Therefore its answer is 0.4236. So like this we can observe this table, which will help us to calculate the results without going through the real integration. Means without integration only we are going to get a result. Then I'll explain you how to read the things on a graph sheet. One thing is very clear. You can see whenever the problem comes on normal distribution, that is based on this, and this result is possible through table. And whenever we take integration between minus infinity to plus infinity of pi of z, that will be represented like this: p of z between minus infinity to plus infinity, and it will be 1. Why it will be 1? We know that this area under the bell shaped curve will be equal to 1. Then if you take minus infinity to 0, means integration between minus infinity to 0 can be represented like this. That will be half, means from here to other end, this side it will be half the portion, and this side it will be half the portion. Fine. Then let us see how to calculate the area. In this example, if we say we need to calculate the area between z equal to 0 to 1.55, means z equal to 0 and 1.55, this area we need to calculate. How to calculate? Either we need to take this formula, we need to integrate, substitute upper and lower limit as the value of z. Z is value of z are from 0 to 1.55. Then calculate, then substitute, then you will be getting the results 1. Or else we can follow the normal distribution table. What is normal distribution table says? Okay, as per the normal distribution table, we are going to calculate the value of, you can see here I'll be getting two numbers, one is 0 and one is 1.55. So here I'll be taking the highest number, that is 1.55. So how to read that 1.55? 1.55 can be read like this. So vertically 1.5, then it is 1.55 I need. So after this, how much it is to be added? 0.05. So I'll take 0.05 here. Then you take vertical and horizontally where it combines. You can see here it combines at 0.4394. Okay, 0.4394. So this is the answer. Okay, this is one situation. Second situation, they told us to calculate the value of the area under the normal bell shaped curve at the value of minus 0.86 to 0, means from here to here. But one thing to be remember, in normal distribution, this side, negative side portion cannot be calculated directly. For that, what to do? We need to take positive side portion, means the same amount distance you trace it on other end. Same thing you trace it on other end, means what? Minus 0.86 to 0 will be taken as reverse like. How it will be taken reverse? It will be taken as 0 to the same thing, means whatever the distance is there, the same thing you trace it on other end, this side. Okay, so that you calculate. Then we need to calculate at what? 0.86. So what will be the value of 0.86 here? You can see 0.86 means what? 0.8, and here it is 0.6. So where it meets, let us see. 0.86 means 3051. So the answer is 0.3051. This is one more condition. Like that, there is another condition. One more condition says, if you want to calculate the area between minus 0.44 to 1.76, means minus 0.44 is on negative side and this is here. Calculation from here to here is not a problem, that we can take directly, but this is theoretical calculation. It is for just for understanding, but we can take it directly. Means we need to calculate the distance from here to here, the area. Fine. Negative side cannot be calculated. Because of that, what we do, we'll take positive of this. Positive of this means on, instead of taking from minus 0.44 to 0 to the same amount, it will be traced on this side and that will be taken. So 0.44. This is no problem. From here to here we need to calculate. So we take pi of 1.76. If you read it from the table, then you will come to know what it is. So you can see 0.44. 0.44 means what? 0.4 is here. Then 0.44 means what? 0.4 plus 0.04. So you can see 0.4 plus 0.04. It is 0.1700. So this is the answer. Plus, this can be read like 1.76. How do you read this? 1.76 means what? First 1.7. 1.7, that is here. 1.76 means 0.06. If you take this and this level, then it is 0.4608. Fine. 0.4608. Add these two, this will be the result. Then one more situation you can see. Please concentrate on these situations. That is very important. If you want to get an area between 0.57 to 2.49, means what? From here to here, this area to be calculated. No problem. Both are on positive side. It is very good. But one thing to be remember, calculating from here to here, but without taking help of 0 to here, then this is very difficult. So first what to do? To calculate this area, first we have to take from 0 to this whole thing, from here to here, then minus this area. Understood? First you take from here to here, then minus this area, then you will be getting this area. Therefore, you can see from 0 to 2.49 first to be calculated, but from 0 to 2.49, the highest number is what? 2.49. So pi of 2.49 minus from 0 to 0.57 means highest number is 0.57. That you have to take. Again you read it from the table, then write down the results. Then this is one more very important situation we can say. We need to calculate the area from here to continue up till what? Don't know. 1.96 to right side he said. Fine. So required area is what here? Area between z equal to 1.96 to 0 plus from here to here plus from here to continue. Continue means what? From here to here I don't know where, but one thing we know, that is this negative side can be taken as positive side. Instead of taking from negative to 0, we take from 0 to the same number. Therefore in between these two, 1.96 highest, so we write pi of 1.96. Then this side you can see from 0 to continue above, means from 0 to I don't know where up till infinity. When this total area is equal to 1, therefore from here to next it will be half, though that is fixed result always. Whenever you are taking minus infinity to 0 or 0 to infinity, you can see it is 0.5 fixed. So this is the calculation part. Okay, so go through this calculation part, so then we'll solve examples. Thank you.